Greetings, my international family and friends. This is Bidawata Mangwatu, a trained pastor in service, the major co-founder of this particular ministry, A Voice to the World. Uh, we have lived at this moment seeing 2024 passing away, and we now dive into 2025. It remains the same. The reason for conquering and survival is living each moment for Jesus, creating a more personal relationship with Jesus Christ. As we start this year, we just want to mention a few things. Of course, 2024 was a challenging year in one way or the other for each one of us. Sometimes in our Christian walk, we have not stood right. Sometimes in our plans and in our stewardship, we have not met the target. But we still have hope in the word that Jesus has for us this particular moment. We are reading from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and reading on verse 9, the Bible says, "But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him." Listen to this. "But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those that love him." My beloved friends, even as we enter 2025, my philosophy and my understanding of the essence of life remains the same. Life lies on love. Love makes the gist of the essence of what life really means. In this text, the Apostle Paul firstly begins by indicating that as he has been among the Corinthians, it is not out of human wisdom that he has spoken to them, but out of the manifestation of the Spirit and power of God. All right, so even as he speaks to them, it is not about him, but about God. Even as we live out this life, it's not about us, but it is about God. Even as we try to live love, even as we try to become good Christians and realign and align ourselves to the purpose of life, which is love, we may be laughed, we may be mocked, we may fall into afflictions time and time again. But it is an encouragement for the year 2025. Beloved, eye has not seen nor ear heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what God has prepared for those that love him. So the issue is about love. Once we love God, then we attach it, and it becomes inevitable to be attached to faith, because you now live the faith of the things that have been prepared for you, those things that you have not seen: a good land, prosperity, a good life, a blessed paradise, faith in the second coming of Jesus Christ. Please hold on, it remains. Hold on to love. Hold on to the sacrifice, the merits of the cross, the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Here are the last words. Even as we embark on this journey, that to the world is uncertain, but to us it is certain through the unbeatable eyes of faith in He who holds our future, living beyond time and space. The issue is be intentional in being faithful and being loving in the perimeters of what God desires. Be intentional in making a vision of how you want to carry out this year 2025. Be intentional in being a good father. Be intentional in being a good husband. Be intentional in being a good steward of whatsoever God has put before your management and your disposal. Be very intentional in being faithful to your talents, being faithful to becoming a good church member, not just a religious person, but a spiritually connected person to He who gives you life every day and tires not. Be very intentional in that business of yours. Be very intentional in living each moment without waste. Living each moment as if it were your last moment here on earth. Be very, very intentional. And when you have lived a very deliberate life, remember this. You can be intentional in anything else. But if you leave out these two things, then you have left out the essence of life, which is love, and you have left out the path towards your true prosperity. Be very intentional in living a life that people shall see the crucified one of Calvary, who is Jesus Christ. And be very intentional in living a life that showcases the unending truth, the untiring truth, the ever-beating truth that Jesus is coming very soon. We don't know about this year, we don't know about the next hour, but each moment draws us closer to the coming of the Messiah. Live each moment this year and the coming days with the thought that Jesus is coming. Come what may, let them say what they are going to say. Let us stand strong and reflect each moment with the truth that Jesus is coming very soon. Jesus is coming again. May God bless you and may God help us conquer 2025.